Hi guys, it's a beautiful Saturday morning and it's my pleasure to welcome you to today's prediction analysis. If you are new to the channel, please like this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you join our Telegram channel. The link to the Telegram channel is in the comment section because we've been winning a lot in the Telegram channel. So I told you guys that going forward, things will start looking up. These people who manipulate matches, they have a timeline, they have a calendar for it. So the last couple of weeks was the time for it. Now these players are back, and these clubs want to finish the year on a high. So you can expect, a great deal of seriousness. You can also expect that things will start looking up. We have to keep things simple. We shouldn't go beyond 4 plus odds or 2 plus odds for now, because these players are just returning, and they have to get into the rhythm of things. For many of you who have been, confident and supportive that we'll win big as we used to be, I'll never disappoint you. You know how we do it here. That when we go big, like when we want to win 14, 15 days in a row, this is the only channel that can do it. No other channel can give you 14 days of winning as we used to. So, without further ado, of course, yesterday was a success. Let's see how we can replicate it today. Today, we have three matches all together. We have Arsenal against Nottingham Forest. And the reason I'm going for this game is because when you look at Arsenal at home, they're averaging goals, they're scoring, they concede. So, four out of their last five matches have produced two or more goals. The only time Arsenal did not score a goal was in the Champions League, and you can understand why. They typically don't score or concede that many goals when they play in the Champions League. Nottingham Forest has been doing well as well. So this is a game that Nottingham Forest is definitely going to get a goal. I can't imagine a game where Nottingham Forest won't get a goal. There will be a goal, or even a couple of goals from Nottingham Forest today. Then you check their head to head, and the head to head tells you the entire story. This game always produces goals every single time. And given that Arsenal is trying to get back into rhythm, they're trying to see how they can, regain their top position if possible. They'll do everything possible to pick maximum points in today's games. So what that means is that there will be goals. Nottingham Forest too will score goals. So what am I going with? My prediction is simple. Based on their head-to-head, based on their goal-scoring form, there's only one thing I'm going with. I'm going with over two goals. So this game to produce over two goals, and the odd is 1.40. The next fixture we have is Eintracht Frankfurt and Werder Bremen. So these are two teams in extremely good form at the start of this season. Eintracht Frankfurt is currently position 3 on the table, and as you can see, they've played 5 matches, and out of these 5 games, 3 matches out of these 5 games have been domestic games, and these domestic fixtures have seen them score and concede two or more goals. So the only time they didn't score two or more goals was when they played in the champion in the Europa League. But when they've played domestically, they have scored and also conceded, which is very, very interesting. Then you check whether Bremen away from home. Whether Bremen is also scoring and conceding. As you can see, 4 out of its last 5 matches have produced goals whenever they have played. Then you check their head to head, and the head to head tells you the entire story. 5 out of the 5 times they have met, this fixture has seen goals. And in the context of the season, the reason why this game matters, Eintracht Frankfurt wants to hold on to their top 3 position and see how they can qualify for the Champions League. So this game will be such monumental importance for them. They want to hold on. They want to do everything possible to win this fixture and not lose. And what that means is they'll have to score goals. They will have to score goals in order to succeed. So it's for this reason that I'm going with the option of over two goals. This game will see goals in 90 minutes. And if you're already conversant with uh, the German league, they don't joke in the German league. They score goals for fun. So the odd for over two goals is 1.21. And finally, From the Spain La Liga, we have Celta, Vigo, and Barcelona. Now, Barcelona's last away game, which was I think their last game before they went for the international game, that was a manipulated game. Unfortunately, it was an away game that they deliberately lost. I know they had injuries, but it doesn't matter. Right? They only had one major injury, which was Lamine. But I knew they were going to. That game was going to be manipulated, so I avoided the game altogether. The reason I'm going with this game, the reason why I'm convinced this game will flow naturally, is because when you check their standings on the table, they cannot really afford to lose two games in a row, right? Understandably, they have given. I mean, it's not really that much of a point difference. If Madrid wins today, right, which I expect them to, then Madrid would have, leveled up by gotten three additional points and moved up a bit in the point difference. So they cannot afford to lose today. They can't afford to lose today. They have to pick a positive result if they are to stand a chance of winning the league, because the more they give Real Madrid the opportunity, the more Madrid will take it, close the gap, and eventually beat them in the standings. So that's why we are convinced. And I mean, when you look at their record away from home, uh, two losses, which is understandable. The other time they lost, which was to Osasuna, was because they had a Champions League game they were preparing for. And at that time, they didn't have points they didn't have any points in the Champions League. So that Champions League game they were preparing for was a must win. They needed to win that Champions League game. And that was why they rested players for the Osasuna game. Right. And then this other one was, as I said, it was a manipulated game. Right. That's just the truth. Whether you believe it or not, it was manipulated. And then you check their head to head, and head to head always favors Barcelona. They only lost, have they? Yeah, they lost once. That was in 2023 under Xavi. Xavi was quite inconsistent. So what am I going with? Celta Vigo isn't really going to be difficult to beat at. So I mean, look at Celta Vigo's form at home. Only two wins. They haven't really beaten a top team in the top four this season. So it's for this reason that I'm going with a draw no bet for Barcelona. Barcelona will not want to do this thing twice. They wouldn't want to what's the word? They wouldn't want to manipulate it two games in a row. They wouldn't want to do that. So I'm going with Barcelona draw no bet, and the odd is 1.32. And you have a total of 2.24 for your benefit. And I want to wish you guys nothing but the very best. May God be with you, and see you guys later today.